happening, y'all? Welcome back. This is episode 155 of Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow. I am your host, the self-knighted Sir Cussalott Travis Pointer, aka the Dragon King, aka Big T, aka T Money, aka Sweet T, aka Black Merlin, aka the HNIC. And I'm joined as always by my co-host Mara the Shark Watkins.
Hello.
How are you tonight, Mara?
So,
Swell. Stupendous. Wonderful. Splendiferous. No.
mm-mm.
Oh, okay. I tried.
I couldn't tell if you were trying to imitate something or if it was like reference to something else and
No,
you was
not
like,
really. It was just any weird word I could think of to like express that thought. Was just, no.
swell.
Got it.
What the
Oh man, that was fun. Oh, this is going to be a great show. So anyway, what we're here for though, we're not just here for me to fuck with Mara. We're here to talk about the Arrowverse on the CW. Supergirl, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Arrow, Black Lightning, Batwoman, Stargirl, Superman and Lois. All them folks. Did I say Legends?
I don't know.
If I didn't say Legends, I meant Legends too. That one. All them shows. Yeah. But this week we only got three of them. So, let's get on into it. Where
I
you want
like
to
it
start,
better
Mara?
when it's one. Let's just get through Legends.
Sure. So this episode of Legends of Tomorrow was called what?
This is Gus.
Gus was the alien, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm like, who the fuck was Gus? Should let you know how much attention I was paying to this episode. So, yeah. So, kick this episode off with Bear Rod talking to Gideon, and then he realizes in this midst that Gideon tells him like, "Oh, it's your birthday today." He's like, "Oh, it is my birthday,"
He is 25.
which kind of like makes everything else that happened kind of irrelevant as far as him being upset that they forgot his birthday because he forgot his own fucking birthday. Like, how you mad at everybody else for not remembering your birthday when you didn't even remember your birthday? Explain that to me, Behrad. You don't have an explanation. Because you are just wanting to be upset because people didn't put you first when you didn't even put yourself first. Look at you. Just look at you. But anyway, yeah, there's a TV show, there's an alien, cute little baby alien thing. Bear Rod loved this show when he was a kid. He used to watch it on their version of Netflix, whatever the fuck that was called again. I don't remember.
Netflix.
Yeah, it was.
Pet Friends or Net Friends or something like that.
It ended in Flicks. It's still edited in Flicks.
Oh,
Um,
Friend Flicks.
I don't know. It don't really matter. But yeah,
That sounds about like what it was.
yeah. Mick's daughter, gives him a call, and she's just like, "Hey, what's up?" He brings her onto the Wave Rider, and she is pregnant. And
Very.
yeah, very pregnant. Like she about to pop. Like it's like she been pregnant for a while. So and he just like, Can't believe you got yourself knocked up. Fee, fi, fo, fum.
Right.
And
He's mad. mm,
yeah,
Just,
but apparently
just
he's been missing for a year. I'm not sure how that happened. Where it's just like, don't they keep returning to like the same general place? And he could, yeah. I don't know how he ends up missing for a year, but they have rules on Legends of Tomorrow, and they frequently break them, which is just like
wild.
it's just
Beyond belief.
like
Just
make up your
beyond.
mind, make up your mind
Beyond
as to
it.
how this works, because to me it just seems like you change the rules for whatever's convenient for your writing.
Yeah. And they just don't care because they know people are still going to watch it.
Yeah. They don't care because we have the same attitude towards it. It's Legends. Like it's just like whatever. Um. So yeah, they're trying to play it off because they forgot it was Bedrock's birthday. Like, yeah, we brought you down here to see this show because it's your favorite show on your birthday. Surprise! No, we're here to catch this alien. But
And that becomes quite apparent pretty quickly.
yeah. Um, yeah. There's that little alien that crashes the show. It fucks the show up because the two brothers are the ones that like are making this show. One is the star, the other is the producer, and the producer brother like, yeah, we got this little alien thing. We're gonna capitalize on this. You know, Hollywood shit. Um,
And then the show changing starts changing Beyrad.
yeah, he starts being all like, executive like and all that kind of shit. But it's funny because when he first starts changing, Astra starts looking at him like, oh, I'm gonna hop on that bear rod dick. But then he gets real obnoxious, so she don't want the bear rod dick no more. But then by the end of the episode, she still kind of wants the bear rod dick. So it's just
That's
like,
it's a weird pairing.
what are we
Uh,
doing here? I don't know, but let's see, because legends.
It's a weird pairing, but so was Zari and Constantine, and it works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, we got this whole thing with this B story with Mick and his daughter, and he's trying now, gets info from her about the boyfriend because she's gonna go kill the boyfriend because Mick. Um,
Because what else would he do?
yeah. He ends up talking to the dude and ends up, like, never mind, I'm not gonna kill him. And he's getting all emotional and all that kind of shit. Um, they stopped the alien to fix the show. That's really what happens there. No need to get all up into that because it's just they fix the
Yeah.
show. Bear goes back to normal. But the real takeaway of this episode, because Gary is like, oh, talking about Mick and Kayla. Did she put a tentacle in your ear? Yeah. You are pregnant. So Mick and his daughter are both pregnant. That's the big takeaway from Legends this week. Mick is with child. So Mick is going to give birth to an alien baby. And honestly, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm weak.
Yeah. That was Legends, though. But yeah, let's get to the good stuff now. Which one of these shows you want to go to next, Mara? We got Superman and Lois, and we got Flash. Which one you want to go to next?
Uh, let's go with Superman and Lois.
All right. This episode of Superman and Lois is entitled What?
Through the Valley of Death.
Not through the valley of the shadow of death, like in the Bible, just the valley of death.
Yeah, Valley of Death.
Interesting.
Just nothing but death in that valley.
No shadows of death, it's actual death.
Straight death.
I feel it. So this episode kicks off. We got John Henry Irons. I call him by his full name all the time because there's another John. So I call him by his full name so we don't confuse this with John, son of Clark, you know. So I could do that. I can either call him John Henry Irons or call the other John, John son of Clark. Which would you prefer?
But I call Clark's son Jonathan, so I always refer to John Henry Irons as just John.
Neither one of those was the choice there.
I
It
know, I'm
was,
sorry.
it was either I called John Henry Irons by his full name or I called the son John, son of Clark.
You can say John's full name.
Cool. That's what I'll do because that's what I've been doing. Now,
Cool.
yeah, what he's out looking for somebody. Apparently, he's looking for this Earth's version of his sister. Not sure why he's doing that. What does he
Right.
plan to do?
You
Like
know what I
it's
was
just
thinking? Like, that's gonna be like, what if she's not your sister on this planet?
but
Like,
even so, even if she is, you're dead on this Earth.
oh, right. I keep
Like
forgetting
it's
that.
just like, yeah, I'm going to show up and show my sister that, hey, the me that
I'm
you knew
back.
is dead, but I'm here.
Like, you freak her the fuck out
Yeah, it's me, your dead brother.
from another Earth.
Yeah, then you gotta explain the whole multiverse shit to her and all that kind of shit. Like,
And then she knows too much.
and then you gotta kill her. It's just,
No, and then she dies. Like, that's how it always happens. She's collateral. She would die.
yeah. But this is going on while he's looking for his sister. This is when he gets the call from Lois, telling her like, yeah, Superman troubles. We need your help. It's happening. But we find out later on that she did that because Superman gave her the signal to do so. So I'm not sure what that signal was, but at some point he signaled her to do that. So
Yeah, every time they kept saying, like, he told you to call me, I was like, when did he do that?
I don't know. Maybe it was something subtle when they were at the farm or some shit. I don't know, but I missed it.
Right. It's only, it's crazy. It's only been 3 episodes, like 3 weeks, I should say, since they were here. And I thought it was even longer. That I was just like, I don't even remember where we left off. I thought Clark was still in the fortress. Then I had to remind myself that, oh, he was never in the fortress. It was, or well, he was, but it was Edge manipulating things. Like,
Oh,
I
I
can't remember
remember.
when. Yeah.
I remember where we were. It was just. It seemed it when they said that it would return on the 13th. I felt like that was gonna be longer than it was. Like it was just
Yeah,
like
I
it
felt like it
seemed
was the
like
end of the month, not this week. I was actually surprised when I was like, wait, it's this week?
yeah. It came back faster than I thought it was coming back, and it was just like, oh, Superman and Lois is back this week. But then I'm like, oh, well, this is a good episode, so I'm cool. It just came back faster than I thought it would.
I agree with you.
So, but then we cut back. Speaking of Superman, he's in Edge's Fortress of Solitude, and he's just talking shit to Superman because
You can't fight the will of Zod. And I was like, oh, here we
like,
go.
oh shit, we got Zod involved now. What's going on? Like,
It was like, this is a lot. Like, this is a lot for one season. We already got Zod.
you bringing Zod already? Like, I don't know, we ready for Zod? Like, you could have held off on old Z. Like,
Like, damn.
how
You zoom
many?
past Zod. Next thing you know, we at Doomsday, and then next thing you know, we at Dark Side. Like,
Yeah.
you
You just
going too fast. Slow down.
exactly. Pump your brakes, brother. Like,
A rogue random Kryptonian. Yes, that's a great place to start.
exactly. Rogue random Kryptonian who happens to be his half brother. Yeah, that
That's
makes sense.
great grabbing material.
For a first
Don't
season, works perfect.
training wheels. Training
And the thing is,
wheels.
if maybe he just mentioned Zod because they're bringing Zod next season, maybe that's what it is. Maybe Zod is next season plan, but
I hope so.
or maybe not because maybe whatever the fuck Edge did when he like laser eyed that shit at the end was bringing out Zod. That might be a problem because it's just
That just might be a problem
yeah,
down the line.
yeah. Who the fuck knows what he was doing? Because I sure don't.
Yeah, I was like, what is happening? This progressed really quickly.
Yeah.
And we only have 3 episodes left of this season.
And that makes me sad. You know why that makes me sad?
Because after next week, there's going to be like a 2 week break.
No, that's not my issue at all. The reason why that makes me sad is because once Superman and Lois ends, they're bringing back Supergirl. I don't want to watch that.
Say that again. My internet went crazy.
Oh, I said the reason why that makes me sad is because after Superman and Lois is over, they're bringing back Supergirl for the rest of their season, and I don't want to watch that.
They really could just end it where
we,
they left
we
it.
just pretend that that the earlier parts of the season didn't happen. They just don't air anymore. You know, it's just like
Yeah.
no more Supergirl because what you're doing right now is really trash. And
Where
like,
they ended it, you know, months like a couple months ago. That was the finale.
Yeah. I don't even know what happened at the end of that one, but it's
I
just
don't remember either.
yeah. We can pretend that was it though.
We'll just sit here and wait for Stargirl,
Yeah.
which will be back sooner than Supergirl.
There's so much.
Yeah. I think if I have the right date, Stargirl premieres the same day as the penultimate episode of Superman and Lois.
Hmm. Okay.
But who knows? That can always
Looking
change.
forward to that though,
So.
because I really enjoy Stargirl. So
Right? I can't wait.
yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But we need these other shows to get to their finale.
Fall off the face of the earth.
Like Supergirl, we're done. You're done. You ran your course. You started off so strong. You had some strong seasons, but this season ain't it. And Legends. You mean you're Legends? You're fine. Do what you do. Who cares? But yeah, bring on the Stargirl. But let's see. Then we got Lois and the boys are sitting around talking because she gotta keep their heads together. But here comes Old Man Lane. We got a little conference room table talk with John Henry Irons, Lois, and Old Man Lane. And honestly, they're just John Henry and Old Man Lane just getting on my damn nerves. Because John wants to take him out. Old Man Lane's like, yeah, we can do it.
Off the rip.
Yeah, Old Man Lane's like, yeah, we might have to do it. We might have to go ahead and take him out. I'm like, nigga, you ain't even try. Like,
I was just like, yo, you got something against Clark because it's like you just really okay with him just like not coming.
You were just 100% down with taking out your son-in-law so easily. Like
the father of your grandchildren. Your daughter's one of your daughter's husbands or partner. Wait. No, I'm thinking of the wrong person.
Huh?
Nothing. Leave me alone. I was thinking because Lois has a sister. That's why. And I was thinking of for some reason was thinking of Kelly for like 2 seconds, and I was like, no, that's the wrong character in my head. But either way, I was just like, General Papa was really just ready to take Clark out.
Yeah. So we got Jordan and John just like, all right, listen. We gotta see if Jordan can hear where Clark's at. John like, yo, you can do your super hearing thing and hear old man, hear the old man and be like, yo, that's where he's at. We can go get him.
I love the encouraging that Jonathan does for Jordan.
Yeah, man, that's the brother thing. He's just like, yo, like I'm with you here. You can do this shit. Like I got you 100%. I'm supporting you because you, my brother, and we got to save our father.
You got this.
Yeah. So John Henry Irons has a weapon to use against the Kryptonians, some kind of missile thing. He's got to get some other tech from uh I guess they got to get it from Argus. So um there's that. But
We get a
then
Diggle sighting, and I thought maybe this is it.
oh, you knew that.
Maybe this was
You
it.
knew that wasn't it. You had to know. You had to know. There is so much more Arrowverse this season. You knew that wasn't it. But before
I
we get
needed
to
that to be it.
before we get to that though, we got, folks in town. They are not fans of old Cal and Lana. They're like, yo, you two fucked us.
You two were over here sucking wild Morgan Edge dick.
Here's the thing though. The problem with everybody else here is that their problem with, Kyle and Lana is like, yeah, Kyle was definitely choking on some serious Morgan Edge dong. But the problem is the rest of them were right in line to suck it right after him. Like,
Touche.
are y'all really gonna blame Kyle for just spearheading what you all wanted anyway? Don't get me wrong, I still don't like Kyle. He's still the worst. But he's no worse than any of the rest of you when it comes to this particular thing. You know, he's done some real shitty shit that I have other problems with. But this one thing of actually being for Edge, you can't blame him for being for Edge because all y'all were for Edge. Like you forgot what the lady's name was that was going off on them.
I think it was Katie. I wanted to call her Katie, but I was not sure.
Who cares? She's dispensable. But she was
Katie or
100%
Annie.
behind it, trying to tell Lana to go and get the little treatment and all that kind of shit. We forgetting all that? Are we forgetting that she did that shit? Because, yeah. Fuck you too. If I'm Kyle or Lana, I'm like, you know what? Yeah. You know what? Fuck y'all. All of y'all. If you don't like me, blow me. That was a reference to something.
I believe it. I just didn't catch it.
It's a lyric from Forgot About Dre.
There we go.
Yeah.
Now I just heard it.
Yeah. It's funny because in my notes though, like folks are all blaming Kyle and Lana for what happened, and the next note was because fuck Kyle.
I'm trying to find out what this lady's name is.
Oh man. So then we got Lois is asking Cal and Lana questions about what it was like being under the Kryptonian control. They really can't tell her much other than like they kind of were able to fight a little bit. We still got Edge trying to break Superman, but then for a second, good old Soups gets loose and he's able to call out to Jordan, and Jordan hears him. He's like, "Oh, I heard him. I heard Daddy." But after this is when we get the John Diggle sighting. And listen, I may or may not have been slightly intoxicated while watching this. And I definitely yelled out loud when I saw Diggle again. I'm like, yes, another Diggle sighting.
You're ridiculous.
Look. I am just loving the fact that Diggle is randomly showing up in these other shows because it's just like they didn't have to put him in there. Like everything he does in these other shows is not really necessary to be done by him. But I love that they're doing it and kind of weaving in his Green Lantern shit because it's just like, how long are we gonna play with this? We gonna keep doing this because we didn't really get much of it in this one, but we got him again, so it's just like, okay, he's still here. We still fucking with Dig. Okay,
Yes.
found it.
No.
Oh, you were just saying yes for Dig. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I understand. I understand. Um, yeah, more there's the graffiti on Kyle and Lana's house. They got that whole family moment later
And
on where
he
they clean
freaks
it
the
up.
fuck out.
Yeah, he loses his shit for a second, but then they calm him down and all that. But then we get a fun family moment where they're cleaning it up and they have a little water fight and shit. Um, wow.
I literally watched it and I was like, at a time like this?
You need some laughs at a time like this, Mara. They're going through some rough shit. They need smiles.
No, they don't.
And a nice family moment of them spraying each other with water and throwing buckets of water on each other and all that is what they needed. They needed a smile because it's been a shitty day.
I guess.
Look, look. You know how I feel. It's still fuck Kyle. All right. However, Sarah still needs a smile because she
Yes.
didn't do shit.
She was the only person I'm really concerned about in that family, and also the smaller one who I forgot about till this
Definitely
episode.
forgot she existed too until she came back home. Like, oh, they had another kid. That's right.
I was just like, where the fuck did she go?
I don't remember them ever explaining that either. That she was gone somewhere. So, who knows?
She was just like, oh.
So then we got Jordan and John telling.
Emily.
Oh, that's old. That's the lady's name. Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. What's her husband's name?
Did not ever catch that.
I was just fucking with you. I didn't expect you to know that.
Okay.
So yeah, John and Jordan tell everybody else like, "Yo, I heard from my pops. This was going on. This where he at and all that." But old man Lane is assuming the worst, and it's just like, "Yo, like he was literally contacting y'all to tell you what's up, and you still thinking this negative
That he's
shit."
all, yeah, you just thinking like, it's a lost cause.
So, in a desperate plea to stop this all from going down, Lois tells John Henry Irons, like, yo, Superman is Clark. He's my fucking husband. All right. That's how I know he won't he won't, like, turn on us like that. He's got kids here. He's got a wife here. He
Right,
love
like
us.
he got a reason to fight.
Yeah. Yeah. But he don't
And
care because he ain't shit. So,
he's salty as fuck.
yeah. Yeah.
As she was telling him that, you could see it in his face. And he dead looked her in the face and told her, knowing that information changes absolutely nothing.
Yeah, yeah. So she tells Dig, and Dig comes in there. He is pissed. He goes off on everybody in the fucking room because he's like, yo, who the fuck you think you are? I would not have brought this shit if I knew this was your goddamn plan. The fuck is like, well, he's like, yeah, I didn't tell you all because I didn't want to. No, because you knew we wouldn't fucking agree.
Exactly.
And after that, I feel like Dig should have commenced to whooping his ass, but he didn't do it because he's a better man than me.
You're right.
Because if I'm John Diggle with John Diggle's skill set, I'm hitting old man Lane in his mouth at that point. Like, you are not about to use me to kill the greatest hero that we've ever had on this planet. Like, what is wrong with you?
Like that's what you see that shit. We not doing that.
Yeah, this what you doing right here? This right here, nigga? This shit right here, nigga?
We don't do that here.
We not doing that shit. I will fuck you up. I will go ahead and put this ring on and use the Green Lantern powers to personally fuck you up. Once he puts the ring on, like we need that to happen because I agree. I needed to conclude, but I'm just loving the fact that Diggle is showing up in everybody else's show because it's great. But
it's just like, do something with it already.
Oh man, I know like they've talked about the HBO show, but it's just like they haven't said he's in the show, but I want him to be in the show.
Which show?
The Green Lantern Corps show on HBO.
Oh.
sounded like you didn't know the HBO Max show was happening.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yes.
That's why it's like, oh.
So then we got the moment John Henry Irons suits up, goes out to meet Superman. Superman is under some control right at that point, and they go at it. I don't know. I don't remember
Right.
them. I don't remember them putting a Kryptonian head in him, but did I?
I guess that was part of like the red eradication stuff that the programming shit that they were putting
Yeah,
down on it.
I guess.
That was just my assumption.
Yeah. I mean, I figured that too. That was what their explanation was, but it was just like he was just loose, like, yelling out to his son. Then next time we see him, he's under their control. So it's just like there's a disconnect here. What's happening? But whatever. So Superman and John Henry Irons go at it. There's some, brawling going on. Clark is fighting the control. Lois is trying to talk to John like, yo, don't shoot the missile thingy at him. He's grabbing control. I can hear the shit, blah, blah, blah. John finally understands. He's like encouraging Clark to get control back, your family and blah, 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 blah.
I met your kids, son.
Yeah. And Clark
Don't
gets
make me
control
have to
again.
raise your kids, son.
Yeah. But then, so they're going after Edge after that because, Clark does it. But then Edge like just takes off into the air with something in his hand after his father's like, you need to do this or you failed Krypton or some shit.
Yeah, like because apparently what he was doing right now was not his original mission. Like this is like some side passion project shit he doing.
Hey man, like sometimes you got to do the side quest to level yourself up some more,
No,
like,
I get it. I'm just saying.
But so yeah, he takes off with something in his hand. I don't know what it is, but he goes
One of
up
those
into
pod
space
thingies.
and he like laser eyes it and some shit, and it blows up and he falls down to the ground and they capture him, and
because John shot him with the solar
at the same
bomb.
time that he does a laser thing. Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
just like, what happened there? What were you doing?
I'm sure we'll find out.
Yeah, he's down, he's caught, but he seems very pleased with himself while he's sitting in that kryptonite cell. So
it's looking pretty like I was supposed to get here.
Yeah, he's very smug about it. So yeah.
Because his eyes, did you notice his eyes flashed?
No, I did not notice that.
Kind of like how Clark's were during the episode when he kept switching, in between the control and himself. His eyes flashed blue.
Is he possessed by Zod?
It's kind of like thinking that because so when Clark and John were fighting, he was with Zod in him. But Clark fought through it. I'm assuming that Zod was not as strong.
Wait, it was Zod that was in Clark?
Yeah, they were saying it was Zod.
I missed that. When did they say that?
When Clark, when it looked like all of a sudden he had been taken over and he stood up, he started talking to Edge's father that, you've done it. And then they said Zod.
I feel like I missed an entire scene. Did I miss an entire scene?
Well, no, because when he grabbed him back, when he threw him back into the fortress, he told him you can't fight it. And,
well, you can't fight the will of Zod, right?
No, that was earlier.
Yeah, I don't remember him
after he called
back
out
to the fortress. I missed the whole scene. That makes sense. Okay. That's why I'm just like, that when last time I saw him was when he was yelling out to Jordan, and then the next time I saw him was when he was facing off against John Henry Irons. Like there was a whole other thing that I didn't see. That's why I was just like, wait, what?
Gotcha.
What? How did I miss that?
Well, I also watched the extended cut on CW, which is why
you may have had an extra scene in there. That may be what the extended cut is. That may explain it, because I'm like, I don't remember any of that happening, and I didn't walk away from the TV,
That could be
and
it.
I didn't drink that much.
Huh. I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing that. I want to see if we can catch what each of the extended cut part is.
Yeah, interesting.
This is
Okay.
the only way I can
So
watch it.
what happened in that scene? Go ahead and tell me.
So essentially, after he called out to Jordan, and he told Jordan that they were in the Badlands, and
Mm-hmm.
Edge came up, grabbed him, told Jordan and Jonathan, the next time that they see their father, he'll be not himself.
I remember that.
Whatever the following scene was happened, and then after that, I believe it goes to, you see Superman thrown down on the ground inside the fortress again, and Edge tells him, like, you can't fight this.
I didn't see that. I saw him. I saw Edge get to him and grab him, but it was
Okay,
and say that shit to Jordan. I didn't see what you're talking about here, though.
gotcha. Yeah, so that was like after another scene, like that was a cut back to them.
Mm-hmm. So you can't fight this. Anything else happened there?
Oh, so he just stands up, he goes, Zeta, you've done it. Like he's looking at like his hands, like obviously he is not Clark.
Mm-hmm.
And then they said something, I forget what the exact line was, but it ended with like, that Zod.
Hmm. Interesting. So yeah, it's just like, did I just miss that, or was that one of the extended cut scenes? Because that scene's pretty important.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, I feel like that would make sense to other people, right? if
Yeah,
if they could all see that.
yeah, yeah. I'm not sure though, because I don't think I missed anything, but who the fuck knows? But yeah, we'll see what happens. That was
Yeah,
Superman
because
and
they
Lois.
they beat him. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, Flash is all we got left, so let's go there. What's the name of this episode?
Heart of the Matter, Part 1.
Wait, say that again.
Heart of the Matter, Part 1.
Heart of the matter. Okay. Instead of matter of the heart. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Did I?
Huh?
Did I?
Did you what?
Did I say it's the matters of the heart?
No, no. I'm just saying. You said heart of the matter. I'm saying heart of the matter instead of matters of the heart. Okay.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, did I say that?
No, you didn't say that. I'm just saying it's a. I'm thinking it's a play on words kind of thing. Um.
Gotcha. We'll get to that.
So yeah, we start this episode off with Nora and Bart fighting Godspeed in the future, and we
2049.
and we see their personalities right now. Like Bart is clearly a reckless one, and Nora is the more responsible one.
Or the impulsive one.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Haha.
So this is one of those things where just like, okay, she said a couple times she's the older sister, so they're not twins.
No, Nora is 26 and Bart is 19.
Ah, okay. So yeah, they're get the best of Godspeed there, and they chase him back to the present, and that's how they ended up there. Um,
Which is funny because if we don't, they were like, the rules. It's like, yeah, but if we don't, mom and dad will still kill us. So
let's go ahead and do that.
let's just go. We'll deal with the punishment later.
hmm So we're back in the present. They're talking about like how they can, what they can do. Chester has this device that can basically shut down Godspeed's artificial speed, but he needs a lever to do it with her mic-
Microwaves.
microwaves. Yeah. Um, then we get a little family hangout with Barry and his kids. They're just hanging out, chilling, talking. The kids know about the other Nora. Um, Nora's like, yeah, I'm glad, that she exists. She feels like she's a part of me and all that kind of stuff. It's interesting. This Nora is very different from the other Nora, though. Like her personality, like I said, she's the more responsible one. She's not as reckless, um, but she's also like, you know, pretty clear she's a happier version of herself. Um, but then while that's happening, the Godspeeds attack, and Barry's like, "All right, well, let's go get him." Like, wait, us? Yeah, us. We gonna all
Yeah.
go get this nigga. Nigga, let's go get him.
How often do we have 3 speedsters on hand?
Not hardly ever anymore because we killed half of them off in Crisis, and then
Gave the other one like identity issues.
yeah, yeah. By the way, speaking of Crisis, how did Jay get off the treadmill? No? Okay, we're gonna keep moving. Anyway, let's go. So
It's just like, please don't open that rabbit hole. Because last week I had someone ask me, wait, how? Because they haven't been watching since like Crisis because of the ridiculousness that the show has become. But another story for another day. And he asked, how did Godspeed come back around again? And I was just like, well, fuck. I was just like, now I gotta backtrack everything.
well, the one that they like defeated was a clone, so it's like
yeah, like I had to, but I could.
he didn't come back. It's just the one they killed wasn't the real Godspeed. That's really all it was.
It was more of like, I know, like I'm very aware of what it is, but I was just like, wait, I have to get back to how that came across.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was just doing a whole backtracking of all the shit since Crisis. And I really just summed it up to very fucked around with the timeline again. So here we go.
But this one really wasn't Barry's fault. It just wasn't the real Godspeed.
Oh yeah, no, the clone wasn't. No, but I'm saying for like everything that's kind of happening now is because we messed with time at some point again.
Yeah. So so while they're out fighting Godspeed together, all the clones go after Bart, and Bart does some reckless shit. He's like, I'm gonna lead him out of the city. Like, nigga, why? You got backup. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, like don't deviate the first day on the team. Like the first day, like your literal first day with the whole team. Like don't do that.
Yeah, he's out here fucking up. But the Godspeeds are calling Bart the adversary. They're fighting each other, but they're like, yo, we can put our differences aside to fight this motherfucker. For some reason.
Right. They just like, fuck this guy right here.
Yeah, this dude in particular, fuck him. Like everything we got going on between each other, we can put that on hold while we fuck him up.
They like honed in on him, like they had home tracking on him.
Yeah. So this leads to some other shit where they're, Godspeeds end up going away, but Bart explains that Godspeed is his Thawne. Like,
which triggers the fuck out of Barry.
Yeah. You don't mention the name Thawne to Barry and, lightly. That's what he was like, yo, you don't know what he was like. Yes, I do know. And yes, he's the same thing. The same thing that Thawne did to you, he basically did to me. He didn't kill my mama because my mama's still here. But he killed Jay. He didn't say this yet, but he killed Jay.
Because they can't tell him.
Yeah. I don't know if Jay equates to, his mother, but, But to him, he was like, yo, Jay understood me. Jay gets me, He's the one that really gets me. I love you. I love my mama, but Jay gets me.
So I looked more into that while I was watching the episode because I like to look up fandom research because somewhere out there's someone nerdier than us who does even deeper dives into this shit. And yeah, so Jay Garrick was like a really big mentor of his. Like they even call it, as they call him Uncle Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Because even I was just like, wait, how? I'm so confuzzled as to what I was like, but I thought treadmill, you know? So I just, it was presumed that he died in crisis or whatever,
Yeah,
but
that's
then
what I thought.
somehow, right, and then somehow he just repopulated him and Shorty that also looks like Barry's mother. I don't know what it is with this show and just reusing these two people as like 30 other things and then being like, just deal with it.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And it's just like I'm still trying to figure out why Jay is back at all. Like I'm like he sacrificed himself in crisis. Like we went through this whole thing of Flash, gone, vanishes in crisis. It was him instead of Barry. That was a whole thing. Why is he here? Are we just okay? Yeah.
I don't know. I can't explain it. Like Flash has made so many liberties with time that it's like time really just ain't real. Time is literally a man-made construct and they just keep fucking with it.
Yeah. Man-made construct, therefore it is definitely flawed, and you probably shouldn't fuck with it because it's pretty fragile. It'll fall
Right.
apart very easily.
It's all right, like it's falling apart at the seams. It's kind of like that video of that raccoon with the cotton candy and he tries to
When he
wash
dips
it
it in the water.
and it dissolves. The timeline is the cotton candy. Time is cotton candy.
Every time I see that video, I'm just like, damn. Like all he wanted to do was wash his food. Like he was just trying to
Because
be hygienic.
they
He was
all
just
do that with their
he was
food.
just trying to be hygienic, and it disappeared right in front of his face. Like that's so fucked up. It's like you simultaneously feel bad and find it hilarious, and it's just like shit. Anyway, so Chester's talking to Allegra, like, yo, device, you can help. And she's like, all right, whatever, let's go do that shit. She's clearly upset though, and he don't know why. But then we got Joe and Kramer doing more Joe and Kramer stuff. Do you care?
No, because it's unless they're gonna just close the fact as to why Adam thinks that she's fucking dead, then I don't care about it. And I feel like they won't unless they gonna say that she's a meta who either can't die or they gonna say she's a fucking zombie. And either one of them I don't want to hear.
Yeah. Okay. So we're moving on from that. We just won't talk about Joe and Kramer right now. Um, Barry's up in the time chamber. He's like, yo, what are we gonna do? Where's Wally? But apparently Wally's off being all zen and shit, so he can't help. But Iris is back.
I
Um,
like how they just occasionally will just still just bring that up just to be like, I mean, we could call Wally, but Wally's not really reachable
yeah,
because
yeah, he's
we've
just
broken him mentally.
yeah,
So he must stay away from us.
he's just far away in another plane, just meditating all the time because that's all he does. Because we can't get the actor back.
All power to him.
Uh,
I don't have the patience for it or
yeah,
the willpower.
yeah. Basically, it's just like the actor doesn't want to do the show, so we're just not bringing him in. Let's see. Irish is back. She said Dion like kind of temporarily got her like fixed, and she's there for now. She knows the kids are there, and that's when we cut to Jay Garrick because yeah,
Just, about to go get into some shit on his own, and then Godspeed just shows up.
yeah, they're like yeah, we're taking him because yeah, we don't know at the time why, but we know now because of Bart. Then we got Nora and Bart doing some training. Barry and Irish show up and like, like we gonna finna go ahead and take this over, take care of Godspeed. Not you though.
Can I ask a question?
Ask a question.
Why is Nora West Allen and why is Bart only Allen?
Have they called her Nora West Allen since she's been back the second time?
Her bio is always Nora West Allen
Her bio where?
on just about anything I look her
Oh,
name
okay,
up on.
okay. Well,
Yeah,
that was how it was originally on the when her original appearance was. But I'm saying since she's been back,
it
have they
hasn't changed.
have they on the show called her Nora West Allen though?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
think
saying.
they've
Like it
only called
might
her
be just
name.
because that's what they called her before, so that's just what they're still calling her on the wikis and stuff. But Bart Allen has always been Bart Allen in the comics and all that kind of stuff. Nora West Allen, I don't remember ever seeing her in the comics ever. So she was a character created, I believe, for this show. Um,
Gotcha.
I'm not 100% on that. So that might be what the difference is there with the, you know, Discord is at that point, where it's just like she was
Gotcha.
created for this show, and it was just that's what they called her for this show. Bart Allen was already a character in comics and all that, so they didn't fuck with it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, Barry and Iris tell Bart like, "Nah, you're not getting in this fight because it's personal for you, and if it's personal for you, you're gonna end up fucking up." And Nora's like,
They're not exactly wrong.
"Yeah, they're not wrong. Like it is personal, and when shit gets personal, that's how you fuck up."
Things go wrong.
He does not
I.e.,
take that well, and he runs off, and Nora runs off after him because she tells Barry and Iris, "Nope, you've known him for like 2 hours. I've known him his entire life. I'll handle this."
right, like, sorry, you're not built for this yet.
Yeah, yeah. You don't
Literally.
you can't navigate the BART train right now, but I can. Um, Apparently though, this is when we find out that Godspeed killed Jay Garrick, who they called Uncle Jay, right in front of Bart. Um, because he understood Bart better than anyone. Who he was the one that Bart felt like really connected to.
Hmm.
We got Nora and Bart having their talk, and she convinces him that like, "Yo, I understand, but you need to sit out right now." And he finally just says, "Okay," he agrees. Um,
Fine. Caitlin and Cecile are trying to help August remember what happened to him or remember who he is. And
yeah,
it's just kind of like, could you imagine, like, like the only thing you do know about this person is that you know that their alter ego is like a psychopathic killer. And it's just like,
we need to get his memories back so that we can, figure out what's going on. But if we get him his memories back, it could like tear everything apart.
yeah, but it's also like I kind of feel for him right now, only in the sense is like
I feel
everyone
for
else,
you.
it's just
I
that
think I love you.
everyone else knows essentially like who he really is or knows like something really important about him and they can't tell him, and he has no idea who he is. You got neighbors outside fighting?
Some dogs outside losing their shit. I'm just wondering what they barking at.
Life.
I don't give a fuck about the neighbors fighting. Neighbors around here fight all the time. I'm concerned if the dogs are concerned. They know more than we know.
Mhm.
But yeah, we got Chester and Allegra. They're having some talks about the device getting it going. Allegra's clearly not okay. The device isn't charging right. Barry says, "Fuck that! I'll just do it myself. He just needs kinetic energy, right? Vibrate on that
Right.
shit, lightning. Um, the device works, but then the Godspeed just recharged. You find out later on is because they just absorbed the energy that you used and it made them stronger. Because fuck you.
Right. They just recharged on the street because they were recharging in the Speed Force before,
Yeah, yeah. So
which is
Allegra
also
is
why
that's why they need
Bart and
Allegra's
Nora can.
microwave energy and not Barry's little Speed Force energy because you just making them stronger. So
But Chester points out later on, so we can close that.
yeah, go ahead and wrap that up. Yeah.
Um, Allegra was putting out ultraviolet rays, not microwaves, which is usually, or I guess like, and it sounded like he said like that happens usually when she's upset.
Yeah, when she's like, it comes from negative emotions from her. That's
Yeah.
why ultraviolet was emitting ultraviolet, energy, because she was in a very negative space all the time. So yeah, that's
But
that.
uh yeah, and she tells him about Esperanza dying. That's her fault, and she's really beating herself up about it.
It's
Whatever.
Esperanza's fault
She'll
actually,
fix it.
but she blames herself, but we know it's Esperanza's fault because she just had to wait a couple days. Like that's really all that it really came down to. If she had waited a couple days, she wouldn't be dead.
There is that.
Sometimes people just make shitty choices.
And it just
Um,
happens to get them
get them killed. Yeah, yeah.
dead.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Barry and Iris have told Nora to sit this shit out. But then the Godspeed's like, yo, you give us Bart or we're gonna kill Jay.
And then Bart just goes.
Yeah, cause impulse. Yeah. So
He
he
just
goes in,
goes.
gets
They
himself
attack
caught.
him. Yep.
Yeah. So now Barry and Nora have to go in. Like he has to bring Nora with him. He had to go with. They got to go in there to go and rescue him. Barry uses Bart's move, like he does a little phase through shit to get him loose. But now that he's loose, they look at him like, "Oh, we're gonna take you out now." Now they're surrounded. But then Cisco comes in to the rescue.
Like Mr. Kool-Aid Man.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. He comes in. I'm like, oh, Cisco. I didn't think I'd be this happy to see Cisco again so soon, but I was.
I
So
was too. But I was also just like, this show is going all over the place.
yeah.
It's like I'm really like in a state of chaos when I like calmed chaos when I'm watching The Flash now. It's like I have every idea of what's going on, but I also have no idea what's going on. Just straight chaos all the time.
Yeah.
But I was still very happy to see Cisco come back.
Yes, I know you were. Let's see. So Bart's all fucked up though. Like they thoroughly like just ruined
Bart
him.
won't wake up. And I was like, Barry, if you don't electric punch him in the chest and start his heart up and keep it moving,
Yeah.
wake him
So
up.
August Heart apparently is a key to stopping the Godspeed. So they're gonna project Barry's consciousness into his mind.
Through the neuro hyper collider and figure out why the war is happening. And I was just like, oh, okay, we're at the end of the episode. Next week on Flash. And then it kept going, Travis.
Yeah.
The episode kept going.
Yeah, Joe and Kramer come back and the war is happening like right on top of their car and shit because whatever, fuck Joe and
And
Kramer.
everyone's trying to get out of town. Wait. I need something addressed from the fucking show.
Address it.
How has no one else said anything about the fact that there's no service in the fucking city?
No one else like who?
I feel like only Joe and Kramer have mentioned it, and I feel like
Team Flash mentioned it. Team Flash mentioned it on the last episode why they couldn't reach Kramer and Joe.
Yeah, and at first I thought it seemed like it was only like to them.
No, it was something
that
because of the Godspeed, some shit was happening to the city where they're like blocking signals out or some shit. They mentioned it last week.
Okay, because I was just like, I thought it was them last week saying we can't reach Joe or Kramer. And I thought it was because Adam was blocking their
what
service.
Joe and Kramer thought. Joe and Kramer thought Adam was blocking their shit, but actually like the whole city, the shit wasn't projecting out because of whatever the Godspeeds were doing. Like Chester told that to the team. Okay. That's what the real issue was. They just assumed that it was Adam that was doing the shit. but it
Because I
wasn't.
was just like, how is no one else in the city talking about, oh, my cell phone not working?
Well, we don't really talk to anybody else in the city besides Team Flash.
I
So,
know, but I feel like they would have it on like the news or something.
what news? Ain't nobody on the news. They all trying to get the fuck out of the city.
Now I see that now. That's why I was just like, well, because I'm talking about like the service thing. I thought about that shit earlier in the episode when they were talking to the FBI. I
Mhm.
just forgot to talk about it. When you said it just now, it triggered it for me.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, mind projection time. Cecile's helping. Barry now is coming face to face with the real Godspeed in that same building, but within Godspeed's mind. And that's the end of the episode.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the Flash. So Mara, we've talked about all three shows that came on this week. Who's winning this week?
Um, Barrage. I don't know.
Going Behrad?
Um, Considering what I don't remember from the episode, I'm assuming it happened fine. It ended fine for him.
You're not happy for Mick? He's having a baby.
Do you think Mick is happy for Mick?
Mick doesn't have to be happy for Mick for you to be happy for Mick.
I wouldn't be happy for him if he wasn't happy for it.
But it's Kayla's baby, so like it's a connection to Kayla. After he's lost Kayla, he's got the baby.
All that just means is that Kayla's gonna come back in the mix at some point and try and kill them because she tight about them leaving her on the fucking planet.
Probably.
That's all this means to me. I'm not particularly happy for them for that.
Yeah. Um.
I'll stick with Barad as my answer.
I can see that. I don't know. That look Morgan Edge was having while he was in that cell leads me to believe that he's getting exactly what he wants, and I feel like he's winning right now. The rest of the world just doesn't know it.
Oh, I was gonna say the whole world is losing because Edge is like, this ain't the end.
Yeah, like he feels like he's getting exactly what he wants. So it's just like I'm thinking I'm gonna go with Edge winning right now.
Okay. My serious losing answer. Um. I don't want to say Barry because I don't know what's the worst that could happen to him in this neuro collider.
I mean, he's locked in this fucker's mind. Like, yeah, I'm a lot bad can happen to him there if that's your choice.
Well, I won't have to say Jake Garrick anymore because right now he's still alive.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah, technically for now because I know Iris and Barry at some point were thinking about, oh, what if we could just prevent, Godspeed in 2049, da 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 da, so that they don't even have to worry about it. And it's just like,
Yeah, here's the solution. Let's fuck with time. Oh, I love it. But here's the thing though. Honestly, if I'm Barry and Iris in this situation, I'd do the same thing. It's in the future. Fuck it.
true. You might actually turn Bart and Nora into actual twins this time.
Who knows?
They just gonna keep changing shit.
But losing, I'm going with Bart because he's in a fucking coma.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if it's not Bart, it's Planet Earth for Superman and Lois.
Yeah, but I'm not letting you do that. So
I know.
yeah. I think that'll be it for this week's episode of Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow. Do not forget you can follow us on both Twitter and Instagram at The Creation World. That is at CREATIA World. As always, I'm not teaching you how to spell world. I don't know why you can't spell world if you can't spell world. If you can't, get a fucking dictionary and get your life together. Also, you can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Creation World. But also on Facebook, there is a Facebook group for this particular podcast. Mara, what is that Facebook group?
Facebook.com/group/super flashy arrow of tomorrow.
Also, if you're a wrestling fan, do not forget we have Smacking It Raw every week featuring the Warden Matt Ritter and the Pornhub Poppy himself, Vince Daddy Delgado. Every week, there's a Facebook group for that podcast as well. That is facebook.com/smacking it raw. Let's see what else is happening. Create your conversation. We'll be back soon. Right now, Summer Games Fest is happening. So the next episode of Create Your Conversation will probably be video games focused again. EA Play is coming up later on this month, so we'll be covering that. We may or may not bring Mari in, depending on what Sim stuff is happening. But if not, it'll be me and Kobe doing that. Um, Let me think. What else? Also, subscribe to the YouTube people. You're getting us so close. We're so close. Just get us there.
Super close.
Just subscribe to the YouTube people. Just hit the subscribe button, if you will, because we appreciate it. Link is in the description if you're listening to us on podcast services. Just go there and do that. What else? You can follow me on both Twitter and Instagram at Sir_Cussalott. That is at SIR_CUSSALOTT. Mara, where can they find you?
Mara the Shark, MARADASHARK on Instagram and Twitter.
All right. So yeah, follow us. Follow me now because Big Brother's on. So I'm tweeting Big Brother right now because that's my shit.
There you go. I just be talking shit.
Hashtag the cookout. If you've been watching Big Brother, you know what that means. We'll catch you all next time. Until then, we out.
Bye.